Hello everyone, my name is Shimiguliam and I'm going to report about food and beverage sector. So, history of the food and beverage service. In early history, there was much evidence that certain groups of people cooked together in big groups and that early inns provided a crude menu. In Roman era, there were some establishments that offered sausage or roast meat, bread, and a cup of wine. Many of the early restaurants were in the cities, near temples and government buildings. After the fall of the Roman Empire, the manors and castles provided food to large numbers of people. The early inns provide bread and wine to travelers. In 1200, public cook shops were opened in London which offered pre-cooked takeout food. The royal families of Europe introduced cutlery, table linen, crystal glasses, new foods such as turkey and potato. And the roadside tavern in the 16th century, British inns and taverns began to serve one meal a day at a fixed time and price and at a common table. The meal was known as ordinary and the dining rooms were called ordinaries. In the 7th century, the ordinaries became fashionable clubs and gambling places as well as centers for public activities. So the word restaurant was used in the late 18th century for a Paris dining room serving light dishes. Next is the types of restaurants. So the following are the different types of restaurants. First is the family or commercial restaurants. Family-style restaurants offer a wide menu of meat and potato selection with a price range that appeals to an average family income. So family restaurants are normally located near a residential area and highway. The operating hours are usually from the early evening to midnight. Next is the coffee shops. So coffee shops are characterized by a fast food service. The decor is simple and prices are extremely low. It is usually located in an office building or shopping mall. Operating hours are from early morning to early evening. So ang reason ani nga dapit siya sa office is ang mga tao like nagtrabaho sa office kay ganahan jud sila og mga coffee to keep them awake and bentang-benta jud ni siya dapit dira ng mga places. So, number 3 is cafeterias. So, cafeterias are usually located in shopping centers and office buildings. So, self-service is typical with limited menus for soups, entrees, desserts, and beverages. So, cafeterias often require a large preparation area. The operating hours will depend on the location at school, office building, airport, or highway. So, number 4 is gourmet restaurants. Gourmet restaurants generally require a higher initial investment than other types of restaurant because they require an expensive ambience and decor. So, sosyalo dyan siya na restaurants. They cater to those who want a higher standard and are willing to pay the price. The prices are higher at gourmet restaurants because of high investment required. So, next is ethnic restaurants. Ethnic restaurants feature the food of a specific region or country. So they can be Chinese or classical French cuisine. The decor usually has an ethnic motif. Number 6 is fast food restaurants. So the menu is limited with low prices because of low prices. Many customers patronize fast food restaurants. So fast food restaurants operate for long hours and generally for 7 days a week. Fast food chains have been successful in the past 2 decades because they have offered of a limit menu. So these restaurants are pioneers in establishing more efficient food operating systems. So example is naaman na sa side like McDonald's, kanang Jollibees, and affordable kaning fast food restaurants ug dali ra kay mo nang ganahan ang mga tao aria. Number 7 is deli shops. So deli shops provide delicatessen food service combining traditional delicatessen cold meats and cheese with takeout sandwiches, salads, and similar items. Some deli shops have limited seating capacity. Deli shops have low labor cost because only 1 or 2 owners and employees are involved. So kung nindot siya kay kanang nani mga like sandwiches ilang gina-serve tas mga bisag unsang variety sa mga sandwiches o affordable sad kay sa tanan. Number 8 is buffet restaurants. Buffet restaurants are established on a completely self-service basis. The food buffet is usually an all-you-can-eat, hot and cold food for one price. Food preparation and service are kept to minimum. Sa kitanta na nakakaon naman guro ta og buffet diri sa mga buffet restaurants niya. Number 9 is transportation restaurants. There is a natural link between transportation and food service. Several restaurants are generally found along auto and bus transportation routes. These restaurants can be quite profitable if the market can be maintained. So mahal-mahal po na dire ang mga baligya kay kanang unique man ang iyang placing, like magbiyahe ang like ato ibutang mini barko ba na siya, mag biyahe niya na siya mga gina-serve na pagkaon, mahal-mahalon jud na ilahang pagkuan na nga foods. Next is menu. So the menu is a basic planning document for a successful restaurant. Several aspects of the restaurant's operation depend on the menu. So the menu contains what the restaurant offers, the range of offerings, as well as the selling prices. So the menu always determines the equipment needed and the investment required. In addition, the menu identifies the labor cost of a restaurant. So the menu helps emphasize by means of bolder prints which menu items the restaurant would prefer customers to order. Arong makaagni kag mga guests, dapat ang imong menu sa inyong restaurant kay catchy jud kay siya para ganahan mo lang ta ang mga guests niya. Dapat ang mga prints kay maklaro jud sa ilaha para makakita sila pila ang price unsa inyong mga gipang serve. Next is airline catering. So airline companies spend billions of dollars every year for food purchases. So the amount is less for shorter trips. So since passengers may be offered only a non-alcoholic beverage and a light snack, food for longer trips in which 2 or 3 meals may be offered including free alcohol beverages, and the amount is higher. So dako jud kay nagtabang ning airline mga catering kay kanang makahatag ni sa guest o ganing kung guto makakaon din sila, maka-choose sila kung silang gusto o maka-chill sila kay namin mga gina serve na free alcoholic beverage.